now to work out. And so, while I do this, I thought I would do something different today, something fun. And it might be a new series that I start. We'll see how it goes. Basically, ChatGPT is asking me questions about relationships live. So let's answer some questions. And also, what I want to do is, as you guys come in here, I want to hear you guys'. Hold on. Sorry. Ah, everything's falling everywhere. Oh my god. I need to clean out my bottom thingy. But my bottom cabinet. Because I have too much like stuff under here. ChatGPT is asking me questions, but I want to hear you guys' answers to these questions too. So yes. Let me set this up first while I do my hair. Hold on. I need it. Ooh. That's not gonna work. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find my little thing. Oh, I got some. Hold on. Okay. Okay, let's start. I don't, you know what? And it's no tea, no shade or anything. I don't like when people take too long to wait for people to come in the live to start it. Even if I'm talking to myself, I'm perfectly fine. Hold on. This is so much. Y'all, I need to really be cleaning up right now. So let me just give you a disclaimer. It's a mess in here. I got cords hanging down. Hold on, y'all. Let me adjust myself. I should have did all this first. I was so excited to go live again, though, you guys. Oh my god. Hold on. OMFG. I'm not gonna cuss on YouTube. Okay. All right. So the first question. Hold on, y'all. Okay. The first question ChatGPT is asking: what's worse, being cheated on or being lied to repeatedly? Ooh. What's worse, being cheated on or being lied to repeatedly? Both. I feel like they're equally just as bad because it comes down to a loyalty thing for me. So I feel like cheating on somebody and lying to them, because when you cheat, you lie about cheating. So it's kind of like if you would cheat, you would lie. If you would lie, you most likely would cheat. So to me, I kind of do put them in the same category or similar categories. Even though somebody lies about something, it might not necessarily be something as big as cheating. It could be a white lie. But I feel like if you're even willing to tell me a white lie, you're capable of cheating. So it just tells me a lot about you. And so it's a loyalty thing, like I said. So for me personally, I feel like it's both wrong. I feel like if you're going to be honest with somebody, just be honest with them about whatever it is, whether it's cheating or whatever the situation is, just be honest. And we can get through anything. Well, I don't say anything, but we can get through a lot more when you're honest because we can have an understanding of each other or whatever. So I feel like let's say you want to step out of the relationship. If you tell me, I'm more likely to probably freaking work with you versus you just lying about it. Then after that, if I find out, I'm probably not going to want to work with you because you lied about it and you didn't feel like you could come to me and tell me anything. Granted, you might not want to hurt me, but now you did hurt me. So you're better off just being honest. And whatever the reason is of why you would want to cheat on me or step out of the relationship, I probably could have understood you from a human level in a real level because I'm a very understanding woman. Not saying I would let you do it or say you could do it, but at least we could talk about it and try to work it. My nails, I'm about to pop all these little nails off, so don't mind my hands right now. They look crazy. Like two of my nails just came off and another one's about to fall off. I'm about to just take all these off tonight and then work out. Okay, so yes, as you guys come in here, if we have any people come in here tonight, then I want to see you guys' comments. Or if you're going to watch this on a replay, just comment, pick your favorite questions that you guys want to answer. And please leave a comment because I really do want to hear what you guys got to say about this stuff too. Okay, question number 2. And I'm not going to be on here that long. I'm going to actually go over to TikTok and do this. So I'll probably just be on here for a few more minutes anyway and then finish up on TikTok. because that's pretty much where I've been going live the most lately. Um, or maybe even Instagram. I don't know. Okay, question number 2. Chat is asking, do you think people can truly change or do they usually stay the same? I feel like I don't know if this is just a relationship question or just a general question or if they are the same. But for me, I feel like absolutely people can change because the circumstance in which I feel like people are not always what they do. So I think there's a misunderstanding. Hold on, I'm gonna wash my hands, y'all. Hold on. I don't like moving around too much on here. It's so annoying. And on this part, because I'm live, I'm not editing this out. So you guys are getting it raw and cut. Hold on. Yeah, my nails want to just come off. Oh, look at this one. About to pop this one off. Ow! Oh my god. Ow! Look. Ow! Oh my god. Oh my god. You screw this, right? Freaking A, you guys. Oh my god. Okay, so. Okay, sorry. I got to answer the question. Do you think people should change or stay the same? This hurts so freaking bad. I should have waited to freaking take this off. I think that people, I think people are not what they do all the time or most of the time. I think a lot of things can affect why somebody does what they do or have done. So you can't say, oh, just because you did that, that's what you do. It's not that black and white, in my opinion. I think sometimes we need to ask why did somebody do what they did before you try, before you. Oh my god, you guys, this thing is like my nail is hanging on by a little break it. There you go, it's off. Oh my god. I think people are not what they do all the time. I think that people certain situations can bring the worst or the best out of somebody out. For example, I feel like you could have the same person if they grow up or no, not even grow up. If they're in a certain environment, that same person it could be the worst thing you ever thought of somebody could do. I feel like if you put them in the right environment, you will get the best of that person to come out. And if you put them in an environment that brings the worst of them out, then of course you're going to get the worst of that person. But I don't think people are what they do all the time. I think it really does depend on certain things. So the question was, do you think people could truly change or do they usually stay the same? Usually, some people do stay the same because they don't want to change, though. So, on the flip side of that, that's how I feel. You have to want to change. Some people don't see nothing wrong with what they do if they did something wrong. So, it's all about your perception, too. So, that's a loaded question. So, I feel like comment below as you guys come in and tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think people can truly change or do they usually stay the same? But yeah, I think it's kind of just usually most people, if we had to take a poll, probably do stay the same. But people who do change, they wanted to change. And sometimes they was put in an environment where they had to do the things they did before, or they did it because of their environment or something influenced them. Get to the root of the problem, because that will tell you a lot. Okay, question number 3. Chat GPT wants to know, would you rather be with somebody who loves you more or somebody you love more? Ooh, that's a no-brainer. I would rather be with somebody that loves me more. Like you better love me more. What the heck? You better. Like I mean, especially as a woman, not to be like, sexist or anything like that. I'm not sexist or nothing. But we are women. I feel like as a woman, your man's supposed to love you more than you like him. He's supposed to like you more than you like him. He's supposed to love you more than you love him. That's just kind of the nature of like men and women, I feel like. So that's a no brainer as a woman. Um, okay, the next question is, how long should somebody wait before introducing a new partner to their kids? Ooh. Ooh, I'm a parent, so that one's an interesting one. Let me see here. I feel like It's not necessarily, I wouldn't give it like a exact time, like a certain amount of months or anything, or a certain amount of days. I feel like that's just kind of like not realistic because it just, some people fall in love fast, some people fall in love slower. Like, so I wouldn't put an exact time on it, but I do feel like don't wait too long, but don't do it too soon. Like you need to know when they're right. Like, I don't know. I would say that one's so hard because I've thought about that before. Like if I ever was to get married, like when would I don't know. I feel like probably I wouldn't say after you get engaged, but it's like I would need you to get my son's approval before I would say yes to you. So that's my thing. I feel like okay, I feel like around the time because that's just so easy to say on paper. I would say right before, like if a guy wants to engage you or what is it called, get engaged with you, I feel like then they need to. That's the time when they meet your kid, because like that shows a level of seriousness. But then at the same time, I don't know. That one's a little murky. I think you just got to know your kid. You got to know the person. You can start off hanging out. I feel like that person should be your best friend, anyways, before you guys date. So, I mean, you don't want to just have everybody around your kid, but you need to just judge it accordingly. I don't think it's black and white. I don't think it's the same for everybody, but definitely not too soon. Definitely not too soon. Like you need to know that person and not just know them. I feel like you need to have kind of some collateral in a way of like because you're meeting my child. So if you have a kid, I need to be meeting your kid too. Like it needs to be something equivalent or something to you gotta we gotta meet me halfway. I'm not gonna let you meet my kid. If you don't have kids, shoot, I gotta of course meet your mama and your family, but you have to be pouring into my life in a way that has been helping me and my kid too at that point to where I know you're really invested in us. Like, but that's gonna be anyway. Like I'm not dating somebody who doesn't take care of me and stuff. So you would have to be just invested in me enough for me to feel like, okay, you're invested, you serious about me, put your money where your mouth is, period. And when you show me something first, that lets me know. And then once I get my kids' approval, if they want to meet you, which they should if they're a decent person, then yeah. Okay. Next question. Ooh. Okay, how long should somebody oh no, I already know it. What's the biggest red flag people ignore because they're attracted to someone? Mm. What's the biggest red flag people ignore because they're attracted to somebody? Trying to pick a biggest red flag is already crazy because there's too many different red flags I feel like that you could have. Mm, I can't just pick these questions are so loaded. I can't just pick one. I would say that hmm really okay, one of the biggest ones was an obvious one. When you meet somebody, I feel like you need to know this person's interested in you genuinely before you just because you're attracted to somebody, okay, that's nice, of course. I'm attracted to you, you're attracted to me, of course, cool, right? But I feel like the biggest red flag is a lot of times the person don't even like somebody. Like they're attracted to you. Of course, they want to probably engage in that way with you, but that doesn't mean they like you or they love you. And I feel like you need to make sure about that first and be positive about that. Some people do miss flags because they get so excited about a person and they're attracted to the person and they assume the person might be attracted to them, not just physically, but like romantically and emotionally, and the person may not be. So I feel like that's a big red flag is easy to miss because when you meet someone, you're in the honeymoon phase, you're excited of a new blooming love or blossoming, not just love, but like just attraction. And I feel like sometimes people get so wrapped up in that excitement and that honeymoonness of it all that they miss all the red flags, not just this person might not even be that into you, but like just any and every red flag at that point in that stage is so easier to miss if you're blinded by that. So just keep in mind you're in the honeymoon phase when you first meet somebody. Don't get overly excitable about your attraction and focus on vetting the person and, you know, yeah, vet the person. Let me take a quick water break. Hey, Pop. His nails off, y'all. Okay. Hold on. It's so hot in here, so let me. Ah! Sorry, baby. I have to. Just give me like 10 more minutes and then I'm going to turn the light off. My baby's trying to sleep and it's hot in here. I gotta open this up. Okay. Question number 6. Do you believe in soulmates or do you think relationships are mostly a choice? Ooh. Ooh. Y'all, I don't know. Some of these y'all might be asking the wrong person. No, I'm just playing. My input is valuable, okay? Period. Regardless. Let me put these right here. This is way easier. I'm about to get on TikTok in a minute, so I gotta get cute, y'all. Like, hold up a second. Let me do my 1, 2, 1, 2. I feel like, do you believe in soulmates, or do you think relationship mostly choice? I think they're both right. I don't think it's either or. I think, yeah, some people do find their soulmate. I really do believe that a lot of people do find their soulmate, and I think some people get married out of convenience. Some people want a roommate, and I'm just no shade, no tea. Some people want somebody to split the bills with and unlimited, you know what, every night in their bed, or for sure, you know what, in their bed every night, or whatever their arrangement is that works for them. And if it works for you, then more power to you, and that's what you should do. Because why the fuck? Oh, excuse my language. Oh my god, why the heck not? Um, but as far as like, yeah, I don't think everybody who saying it just says relationships, not even like marriage, but like, yeah, I mean, most relationships is not their soulmate, of course. I feel like that's more rare to find. That's a special thing. And when you have that, hold on to that for sure. If it's just a choice, I mean, hey, a choice is still powerful because you choose each other every day. So I feel like it goes both ways and they're both right. And yeah, that's how I feel about that one. Okay, next question. What's more important, chemistry or compatibility? Um Damn. Let me think about that. Chemistry or compatibility? I thought they go together. Um, I would say that I feel like they're both just as important. I feel like they're kind of in the same family. Chemistry. No, they're not. No, they're not. Sorry, I had to think about that one. No, chemistry is like when you're vibing with somebody, y'all just got that pizzazz with each other. And I feel like, what's the other one? Compatibility. That goes deeper. That's like when the honeymoon phase dies out. Like, okay, when we have chemistry that's usually like when you meet somebody, you have to have chemistry at the beginning to even have the initial banter and attraction and like the umph of it all, the excitement, the whole, honeymoon phase vibes. Where's my But whenever you when that dies down, what do you have left? Your compatibility. When y'all live together, you move in together, y'all start dating or whatever, you're going to realize that that person's actually compatible with you. Because we could kiki haha vibe all day long, but that doesn't mean we're compatible. So I feel like compatible to answer the question. Sorry, y'all. I'm like multitasking here. I feel like compatibility is more important. No, but then no, yeah. If I had to pick one, because chemistry and the spice is important, but I feel like when you're compatible with somebody, that comes with it. Like when you're compatible, it might not always be that we're on such a high all the time with each other, and it's just rainbows and sunshine and lollipops all day long. Like sometimes we might just want to chill, but we have that understanding of each other to where we could just like, just chill sometimes or whatever. So I feel like that's the most important. Is like knowing your partner. Remember, your best friends first. You should be, in my opinion, best friends first. And then from there, the compatibility is going to carry you no matter what. If this person likes to read and they don't want to be bothered for 2 hours a day because they want to read their book, and you need, I don't know, you need time with your partner. You guys working through that, or you like to work out. You say, okay, well, while you work out, I'm gonna read. That works for us. Then we have us time. Blah blah blah. Yeah, compatibility. You can work through things better. Okay, hope I answered that right. Question number 9. Okay, have dating apps made dating better or worse? Oh, I wish we had people up in here. I'm like talking to myself, but y'all gonna catch this on the replay. If y'all ain't up in here now, you're gonna be here later on the replay when this uploads. So I'm just doing this now. I feel like dating apps are from the pits of hell, low key, and they definitely made it worse. I feel like people think that they can just swipe left. They'll find one little flaw with you. It's just really a problem in the world we live in now. They'll find one little flaw with you and throw you to the wolves. Like, oh, you're pretty, but you have a little mole right here. And I don't like moles. It's not even a big mole, but I just don't like them. Next. And there's always going to be somebody else I can swipe next to. Someone else that'll like me. It kind of went to people's head that somebody would be interested in them because I feel like behind the phone, people are more comfortable of like, okay, let's say in person, you walk down the street, you find somebody attractive, you would have to actually talk to that person. Back in the day, you had to talk to that person. Nowadays, people think they could just, or they know, or whatever, they could just get on their phone and, you know, hold on 1 second. Blow my nose. They know that they could just get on the phone, go to Tinder, go to these dating apps, go to these dating websites, and that they will just have somebody in a split second and think that they got it like that and let it go to their head just because a girl might think you're cute. She don't even know you yet. It could go a guy or a girl. I'm just using an example, but I feel like it goes to people's heads because somebody might see you online. They don't know what you might be even pretty or look good or handsome, but you walk funny, and it's no shade to somebody who walk funny. It's just an example. You might have a crazy walk or some shit. I can't cuss on here. Oh my god. And they can't tell how you look like, what you walk like, what your swag's like for real, just from online, from a picture. So I feel like it's easier to be attracted to someone online first glance. You don't really know. You ain't seen them in person yet for real. So it's kind of like my thing about it is a lot of those people, the initial swipes, why do you think after the first date, a lot of them don't have a second date from these apps? So, and a lot of times people just think they can have sex and now people are just looking for a quick thrill. I feel like more so than really getting to know somebody. They're not using the apps to really, if you're, I mean, some people are. I'm just saying, majority of the people on those apps, they're not really like looking for a real thing. Most of the people on there are just looking for, you know, a quick thrill. If you know what I mean. I don't know if I could say the sex word on here, but so I feel like that kind of ruined it. Really ruined it because now it's just like, oh, I just want to have fun, girls and guys, and it's like, dang, nobody wants to even fall in love no more. People think that's cringy nowadays to fall in love, and I think that's so corny, like childish. Like, grow up, bro, grow up. I'm too grown for that. Like, and that's why I haven't been attracted to a lot of people. Like, I'm really picky because just how the people are nowadays. A lot of people are just like shallow. Like I said, they'll find one little flaw even after they meet with somebody in person, especially then they'll find one little flaw and be like, oh, you know what? You don't look enough like your pictures, or you're this, you're that, or whatever the case may be. You crack too many jokes. They ain't even got to really know you for real yet. You probably was nervous on that first date, and they just want to judge you off of that first impression because first impressions are everything, especially nowadays. And just say, you know what? There's like 50 more people that liked my picture and think I'm cool that don't even know me yet. So I'm just gonna throw you to the wolves. And next, because it's that in their mind, it's like a game now. I don't like how they positioned it. And I know I'm talking a lot about it, but I really feel passionately about this. It has really ruined dating because people look at it like a game where you swipe, swipe, swipe. If you don't like somebody, you quick match, okay, boom. And then in the back of your mind, you feel like, oh, there's hella more people that hit me up. So I still want to see what's out there. It's like a curiosity, fun game of like, what's still out there though? You could be the greatest person in the world. You could look the best and be really that person's soulmate, and they wouldn't even see it. I feel like a lot of the times because some people, most people, not all, are blinded by all the attention they're getting on them little apps or whatever. And that is messing the game up. I really do feel that way. That's a really good question, chat. Chat. Oh my god. Y'all, this stuff is all screwed up. Hold on. Oh my god. This is why I edit videos, because it's just too much going on. Okay. Next question. Okay, hold on. Can men and women just can men and women be just friends with no attraction involved? I need to charge my phone. Um oh wait, it's gonna fall if I do that. Uh excuse me. Absolutely. I feel like absolutely they can if they're not attracted to each other, right? But if they are attracted to each other and they try to be friends, then probably not. Because eventually, hold on. Because eventually that attraction is still lingering in the air and y'all hang out enough, I feel like you're gonna end up falling in love. Like I said, when you start off as friends with somebody, it's dangerous and y'all have attraction for each other, you're bound to fall in love. That's how I feel. That's my honest if you're both attracted to each other and you're friends and you get to know that person, y'all start hanging out, having deep conversations, really getting to know each other, knowing what each other likes, fiends for. Come on now, you're bound to fall in love. I don't see how you can't fall in love. And the question was really just, can they just be friends with no attraction involved? So yeah, if you're not attracted to them, then yeah, you could be just friends. Cause yeah, even a lot of times I feel like even if you wasn't attracted initially, by you getting to know your friend on a deep level, you could fall in love with them that way too, or end up attracted to them at least too. Hold on, I gotta put my little thing up here so y'all can see me better. Okay, next question. Dang, I wish you guys were in here. I don't know. It's 10 o'clock. It's Saturday. I get it. I just want to hear you guys' input. So if you're catching this on the replay, still comment below and answer the questions. And what I also want y'all to do is tell me if you guys want me to do this more often because I can't really just go off of this. Nobody's really in here tonight. So like, yeah, let me know. Okay, next question. What's something people call standards that's actually unrealistic? Hmm. Oh shoot, you asking the right one. Hold on, let me fix this. Mm. Hold on, y'all. Let me hold on. Hold on. I don't know why I keep having a headache. It's so annoying. Like I hate headaches, y'all. Gosh. And I've just been so bloated. Like I've been working out so much. I'm just still so bloated. Like I'm ready for it to show up on me. The work I've been doing. That's really annoying. That's really unrealistic. Okay. But anyways, um, something people call standards that's unrealistic. I feel like there's quite a few of them, but the main ones I feel like I'm gonna do them for men and for women, right? So for let's start for men. I feel like men who expect a woman to have a perfect body. Hold on a second. I feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of people do have a perfect body, but people to have a perfect body, perfect skin, just all these things, like there's so many things. It's like they just want the whole package. You got to be young, no kids, um, feminine, which is not hard to be, submissive or whatever, the whole package, but you can't have no flaws. And also, a lot of men want a girl that's basically a virgin who never had sex before with like a body count of one. And I feel like that's very just like unrealistic. And a lot of men don't know how much women they marry that have been out here having so much sex at a young age, and they think because she was young with no kids, perfect skin, she's youthful, she's beautiful, perfect body, she checks all the boxes, but she was the biggest back in the day, but for free, and you didn't know. And I feel like majority of men who marry women like that, that's what they had, and they don't even know to this day, and they never will probably know. And that's okay. Men sometimes they don't want to know probably because it would hurt them too bad. They can't handle the stuff women can handle when it comes to that. So I feel like because of the standards of women to men, you know how that go. We can't have a body count. So and then let them live in their la la land. I feel, but anyway, that's another story. So I feel like that's unrealistic. Even if you find that, that's just more rare than men think. But a lot of women they lie to the man because sometimes you have to be honest, because they can't handle the truth. So I feel like if a woman, I mean, I don't blame. I'm not saying I've done it or would do it, but they do it. Some of them, and I don't blame them because of that unrealistic standard. And then also for men, I mean, the other way around. I feel like, I mean, honestly, as women, I don't want to speak for every woman. A lot of us really don't be asking too much of a man, but maybe to them. So, like for example, to not cheat. That's like one of the main ones women want. But then there's sometimes I would say this one's unrealistic right here. Well, I won't say unrealistic because my husband better. So I ain't gonna lie to you right now. But a man to be a billionaire, I said it with a B. A man to be a billionaire or a millionaire, but for me, a billionaire. And, they be like, because this is what they say no kids. He can't have no kids, but she could have kids, right? This is not, I don't agree with this one. I'm going to say what I don't agree with, though. A man basically got to be a millionaire and above. He can't have no kids. He got to be above 6 feet. Um, he can't cheat on her ever, which I agree on no cheating, though. But at the same time, he got to make a lot of money, but he got to spend time with you all day long. That's crazy work. Another thing I don't agree with. Um, so I feel like it goes both ways. I feel like if you want a man who has a lot of money, he's probably gonna be a little more busy. And some of them do be cheating, no. But my husband better fucking not. I'm a cat cuss on here. He better not. I don't care. Figure it out. Fly me to you, papi. Cause we ain't doing that. But yeah. I mean, I feel like it goes both ways. I don't want to drag this. Hold on, let me explain it. Okay, line it up. hmm Okay, next question. If somebody ghosts you and comes back 6 months later, should you give them another chance? This question is funny to me. Hold on a second. Let me finish this. This is so funny right now. Let me read that again. If someone ghosts you, it comes back 6 months later, should you give them another chance? Uh, well, what do you mean? What do you define as ghosting, first of all? And that's going to determine my answer, to be real with you. So I feel like, okay, and it depends why. If somebody ghosted you because it depends on your it's too many factors. It depends on the first of all the dynamic of you guys' relationship before they ghosted you, and why they ghosted you. Maybe they had a reason to ghost you. But if they ghosted you just you didn't do nothing wrong, I feel like that is a little weird. And I feel like they didn't prioritize you as a friend or as a partner or as a whatever y'all relationship was. So I feel like if you do that, then I kind of feel like I'm not even mad at you, depending on the person. It depends on who, how close they were to me too. That's another thing. But I feel like, mm, I feel like you didn't put me first. Like you kind of didn't think about how I would feel about it. You kind of just didn't really care enough to keep me in your life. So why would I want you in my life now? You know? But not saying I wouldn't even have the person in my life. I think it just depends on the situation. If I wasn't that close to them all extra, then it's kind of like, okay, I could understand maybe whatever. Maybe you had somebody you were dealing with who was just not gonna let me be around you. It just depends on the situation. So okay, question. Okay, is it ever okay to stay in a relationship after cheating? That's a good one. Dang, I wish I was up in here to answer that. I want to hear what y'all think about that one. Hold on a second. The old me, hold on, hold on. I had the sniffles, you guys. Oh my god. Hence the sneeze look, right? I would say honestly, the old me would have been like, yeah, you love them, forgive them, give them at least another chance. Me now, I would say it depends. I'm not gonna say it's so black and white, but I do feel like no, because screw that. If you love me, you're not gonna risk doing none of that. So I'm not taking you back after. Like, there's a version of me now that's the kind of person that's like, I'm not taking you back after that. That's easier said than done too. But like, I don't know. That's just how I feel. Is if you would risk losing me over what cheating, then you obviously didn't love me enough. And I don't want somebody like that. So that's a no go for me. Plus like diseases and just all the stuff that comes with that. I just want like they say, once a cheater, always a cheater. Like I wouldn't be able to trust you after that. So that for me would have to be the end of it. And unfortunately, I would hate that because it's like then we built all this together just for you to throw it away because you wanted to cheat. But then there's another side. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck because this is Violet Uncut. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, and you could call this toxic or not. If I don't want to say even husband because I'm not manifesting that my husband would ever do that to me. Screw that. He wouldn't do that. But if somebody cheated on me, I'm cheating back. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know y'all gonna hate this so bad. You need to let me cheat back. If I find out and he knows I found out, you better hope I don't find out. Because guess what's gonna happen? I'm going to tell you to your face. I don't even have to tell you to your face to be honest with you. But I might do you a courtesy if you're lucky and let you know that you need gonna go ahead and let me cheat back. But cheating, technically, you're not supposed to get permission though. You did it without permission. So you have to, I'm matching your energy. You thought it was okay when you did it to me. What, because you're a man? Nah, bro, we're not doing that. I'm cheating right the freak back. And then I might let you find out just so you know how it feels. I had to match your energy. The heck? Yeah. So if you cheat on me, I'm cheating back. And I probably would tell my husband that before we ever even get married. Like, listen, if you cheat on me, I'm cheating back. I'm gonna just tell you right now. So that way you're not surprised when it happens. So just don't cheat on me. Because if you can't handle it, which a lot of men cannot, then don't cheat on me. I'm not the one you want to cheat on because your feelings gonna really be hurt. Trust me. If I get my lick back, I'm getting my lick back. And yes, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. So yes, you could say your vows and everything, but if you break the vows, then the vows is broken at that point. And then at that point, baby, is up. And then if you want to get divorced after I cheat, then all right. All right, and y'all can hate me for that, but that's just my real answer as of right now. Um, I think I'm gonna go on TikTok, y'all. Y'all kind of, I love y'all so much, but I feel like this is just, I don't know. I'm just talking to myself, and I know y'all gonna catch it on the replay, but guys, dang. Um, I want to hear y'all. I was hoping to hear what y'all had to say about it, which is why. So, okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end this here because I've been live for 40 minutes. So, you're gonna catch it on the replay. If y'all want me to do a part two, comment down below and I'll do a part two. But I love you guys so much, and I'm gonna see you on the next live. Mwah.